Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate your support. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. So for those that are new to the channel, usually what I do is I take a project out of a popular electronics magazine, old ones by the way, or radio electronics, etc., etc. I'll take a project from that magazine and then bring it to life. Etch the board, build the circuit, put it in a case, etc. Well, today's a little bit different, only because I think I've got about 5, maybe even 6 projects on the go, but I'm waiting for parts and I'm just so desperate. Now, I don't have a project for this weekend, at least I don't think I do. I might, but in the interim, what I thought I would do is show you a previous project that I built about 5 years ago. Now, this is a guitar amp, believe it or not, and it comes from Mr. Carlson. Mr. Carlson's a famous YouTuber, and he's got a Patreon page, and he still has it up there, a great project to modify a cheapo 10, 15 watt guitar amp. I bought one for like 50 bucks. I can't remember, 60 bucks maybe. I can't remember. It's just a little small amplifier, and I'll show you that. I'll actually put this head unit back in the box, and I'll show you the guitar amp that I bought. Anyway, take that guitar amp, cheapy, and convert the chip output. So this was the actual chip that gave the amplifier its 15 watts. So the project was to take that out and replace it with all of this stuff at the top and at the bottom. I'll show you that in a bit. So I'm basically converting the output from an IC chip to a tube type amplifier. Now, there is a lot going on here, I've got to be honest with you. That is the original transformer from the amplifier itself. This is our power transformer. So this is going to take the AC, the mains coming in, and then give us whatever, I can't remember, 300, I think, volts in that neighborhood or something like that. And it'll give us the heater voltages, etc., etc. And of course, there's our tubes. We're using a 6J6 and a tetrode. One that's probably not used often for an amplifier. And there's our audio output transformer. So this will feed the speaker. In any event, oh, there's the bias set too, by the way. So I can't really show you the schematic, only because it's proprietary. Mr. Carlson is very strict about that. If you want to build this guitar amp, you'll have to sign up for his Patreon. And all the schematics, the instructions, etc. are in there. Now, I had to take this out only because I had a problem with it. It turns out there was actually a loose connection on a capacitor, and I'll show you that at the bottom. So yeah, so let me just flip this around, and I'll show you the work that was done to make this happen. Okay, so I flipped the module or the head unit upside down. So this is the bottom. Now, the original amplifier, this portion here, where you can see that circuit board, and of course with all the control knobs, that's the original section. So, you know, the preamp, conditioner, the bass tone, etc., is controlled still on the old circuitry. However, like I said, that the IC chip for the power output is all gone. So in fact, I can't even remember where it was. It might have been right there where I replaced it with a... Oh gosh, I can't remember what that is. I don't think it's a regulator. It's, yeah, I do think it's a regulator. I need the 200 volts. I need 200 volts for the screen, actually, on the tetrode. And again, this is all Mr. Carlson proprietary stuff. Obviously, what I'm showing you now, you can't really copy. But again, you know, it's got strict copyrights. And if you want to build this thing, sign up. By the way, Mr. Carlson's fantastic. I've learned so much from that guy. It's just incredible. You have to, if you can afford the whatever it is, 70 bucks Canadian, I think it's $5 American, it's well worth it. There's tons and tons of projects. So, yeah, you can see I've squished quite a bit in there, and I had a problem today with that capacitor. The solder connection wasn't as good. It wasn't good at all. In fact, it was loose. So I had to just do that and fix it. So yeah, there's lots under here. I managed to fit it all in. I was quite surprised. And of course, trying to fit in the transformers, it wasn't easy. It was a bit of a job. So anyway, this thing sounds fantastic. Now, I'm not a guitar player. I do have a guitar. but I don't know how to play it. I gotta be honest with you. Somebody gave it to me for free, so I just took it. So yeah, there it is. Lots and lots and lots of wiring, but it all works and it sounds great. So let me just back out and let me put all this stuff back into the amplifier, the chassis, and I'll show you what the whole unit looks like. All right, so here's the back of the unit, the guitar amp. So yeah, you can kind of see, well, yeah, you can see the tubes glowing. And I've got the speaker connected to it. And of course, everything's upside down, so the electrons will fall down too, but probably not. Anyway, there's the two transformers. And because of the positioning of these, you know, the speaker and this transformer, I had to really put long extensions onto that transformer to make it all fit. And the same thing with this audio output transformer too. And yeah, so I've got there's a bias control, so that actually connects to this cable here. So what it does is you plug that in, and then you put those two leads in an ammeter. So your multimeter, just put it onto the milliamp range, and you can actually set the bias with that knob somewhere up there, and you can set it right. It is set correctly, but that actually, when you push the actual jack in, it'll open up the current where the bias is set. Oh gosh, can't remember. It's been 5 years. But anyway, it basically opens it up, and that's a great spot to measure the bias. And what else do I got here? There's a little heat sink for that regulator, and there's a 4 ohm speaker and an 8 ohm speaker switch. So yeah, that's the amplifier. Let me just hook up a guitar to it. And again, I can't play, but let's hook one up anyway, and we see what we can do. All right, let's play some guitar. Now, this guitar is totally not in tune. I don't even know how to tune it, to be honest with you. Here we go. Yeah, now that's guitar playing. Anyway, so I'm sure if you know what, I should probably bring this to my friend who's a musician, actually, and let him try it out. It'll probably get a better workout than what I can give it. But yeah, it works and works great as far as I can tell, and I'm really happy with the project. So again, if you really are interested in building this guitar amp, sign up with Mr. Carlson, and all the plans and schematics are there. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I will get a normal radio electronics or a popular electronics magazine project out soon. So close on about 5 of them. And when I get them done, I'll post them on YouTube. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already checked out my other videos, please do. I've got some other projects on there, and I hope you learned something from them. Or if not, I hope you're entertained by them. Bye for now.